Hi everybody, thanks for pressing play on the video today. It's Caroline here from craftycarolinecreates.com. If you've been following me on YouTube and on my blog over the last week, you will know that Stampin' Up have released the fantastic carols for Christmas and the matching card front builder dies, which are going to be in the new Christmas catalogue which comes out in September. But they've released these a month early, so you can order these now. Perfect for getting ahead on your Christmas cards. And if you buy this bundle from me, you will save 10% if you buy the stamp set and the dies together. And I will also send you a kit, a card class by post for free, which will give you everything you need to make, not this one, this was just another one, but these 4 cards, everything you need to make these 4 cards. You will get the cardstock, the square and circle die cuts, the ribbon, this foil card, everything you need, one of these cute little wreaths, everything you need to make all 4 of these cards, and you'll get access to an exclusive video where I will go through exactly how I made them. But today I wanted to show you just how versatile the card front builder thinlits are, and we're going to make this box that way around, which I just think is really pretty, and it just shows you that these thinlits are definitely not just for Christmas. I think this is a really pretty box. I have been showing it off a little bit, so you might have already seen it on my Facebook, for example, or on my, maybe I did have it on Instagram, I'm not sure. But just a really pretty little box that we are going to make using the dies. This is all made using the card front builder dies, so a set that is great for Christmas, but definitely for the whole of the year. So let's start. This one, I always forget to tell you my colours. This is Wisteria Wonder and Gorgeous Berry Burst. So I thought we'd make one slightly different colours, and we're going to do Dapper Denim with a bit of Emerald Envy. So we're going to start with some scoring. So let me bring in my scoreboard. Okay, there we go. And this piece of card measures 9.5 inches by 5 1/4. All of the dimensions, with that out of the way, are over on craftycarolinecreates.com, and you can of course shop for the bundle and anything Stampin' Up on there. So we will start by scoring along the top, and we will score it at 1 inch, 4 1/4 inches, 5 1/4 inches, and 8.5 inches. Flip it round, and we will score it along the short side at 1 inch and at 4 1/4 inches. Okay, right, before we do any folding or burnishing, we are going to do our die cutting. So I will open up the card front builder thinlits, and you will see how beautiful they are. See, they're well used already. So there's a beautiful frame that you could use all year. There are the sky thinlits you could use all year round, and these are the 2 we're going to use today. I think for Christmas these are kind of like poinsettias, however you pronounce it, I don't know. And they do coordinate with the stamps, but you can use them to make those beautiful stars, flowers for all year round. So what you can see on with our scoring, we've effectively made 2 squares, one here and one here. Now at this point it is completely symmetrical, so it really doesn't matter which side you do this for. But what we're going to do is just take our dies, and we're going to put them in the bottom corner there. I'm going to bring that one round and put that in the bottom corner so that they match up and they make our frame. Like that, okay. Now I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape because my cutting plates and my Big Shot are really warped. I have got some new ones on order. Was hoping they would arrive today, but they haven't. So we're just going to use a little bit of washi tape to keep these in place as we put it through the Big Shot. Just because, as I said, my plates aren't completely flat, so things are moving around a little bit on the magnetic platform. But if you've lovely flat plates and a magnetic platform, you don't need to do this. So a little bit of tape to hold those in place. Just slide that out of the way while I bring in the Big Shot. Here we go. See, look at that plate. Can you see how bent that is? I'm not sure if you can really see, but it's really bent. So I'm going to pop in my cardstock and my dies. So that is sticking to the magnetic platform, but it's not very flat. So just to make sure we get it precise, we're going to pop that in. put it on my cutting plate, and I'm going to go all the way through and then come back all the way out. Okay, and then just to make sure I have a really good cut through, what I like to do with these slightly more intricate dies is to then just flip it round 180 and go back through again. There we go, all the way through and all the way back. Okay, slide that out, lift off my die. I'm just going to move this out of the way for a second, and then if we gently peel off our washi tape, you can see, gently peel off that washi tape. There we go. You can see we just need to then get our pokey tool or something and poke out the last of those holes, but they will come away really easily. Let me see if I can find it. No, but you can go back and do that. Then you just need to turn your dies round and line them up against in the opposite corner, just like that, and then send it through the big shot again, just to save a little bit of time. I've done that, and I've gone back with my pokey tool and poked out all the holes, and I'm left with something that looks like that. Stunning, isn't it? Now it is time to fold and burnish all of our score lines. Make sure we get along those score lines. Okay, just be gentle when you're folding. There we go. And our last one here. Okay, and I don't know where my big scissors are, so we're just going to use paper snips, and we're going to go along each end, and we're just going to cut out our score lines till we get to our one in the opposite direction. Okay, keep going. And then we're just going to snip up and flip it round and do our last. So we're just wedging out those little flaps. Okay. Perfect. Okay, now this end here is going to be our base. So obviously the side that doesn't have the decoration in is going to be our base. So we're going to use some fuse on these 4 flaps, okay? So the underside of these 4 flaps. There we go. And just going to fold up and bring our box together. There we go. And then what I like to do is just fold the lid over, and you can see how this will then close up with the flaps inside. There we go, one like that and the other like that. So we just need to obviously put a little bit of fuse on these 2 flaps finally. Okay. And that is our box made. So to finish it off, we are going to use some of the Emerald Envy. I said we were going to do Emerald Envy and Dapper Denim. This is the crinkled seam binding ribbon. I'm a bit torn as to whether I like this ribbon. I love it. It really looks beautiful. It ties really lovely, but just something about it makes me just want to iron it. Does anybody else feel like that? It's a beautiful ribbon. Okay, so just going to wrap that round our box like that, and then we're just going to tie in a bow, and this will help to keep it closed as well as looking stunning. There we go. 1, 2 little loops, pull that into the center, okay, and we'll just cut it off. There you go. Up. Tidy that up in a moment, probably a little bit long. But yeah, beautiful, gorgeous ribbon. And of course we've sort of made a little frame. Now I'm just leaving the gap behind our cutout open, so you'll get a little sneak of what's inside, especially if you're putting something smelly inside like a soap or some bath bombs. You can get a really nice smell out of the holes. But if you wanted to close it, you could of course put a bit of window sheet behind it, and you'll get the look, but it'll be sealed. But just thought in the middle of the frame we'll put a sentiment. Sentiment is going to come from a beautiful bouquet, which I am loving at the moment. A really beautiful sentiment set, as well as having all these lovely florals. I'm just going to use this one here as a little bit of a background, and then we're going to put our sentiment over the top. So I had, here it is, a little tiny scrap of not Whisper White, Very Vanilla cardstock, and I have some Emerald Envy ink and some, oh I didn't get it out, Dapper Denim, where are you hiding? Dapper Denim, there it is, sorry, just a second. Okay, so which way around should we do it? Let's do Emerald Envy as our background, but what I'm going to do is ink up my flower. I'm just going to stamp off, and then I'm going to stamp, so we just get a much more subtle wash of colour. And then I've mounted up Happy Birthday, oh, and it's fallen off my block. There we go, mounted up Happy Birthday, and that's going to go over the top of the flower in Dapper Denim, so you can read that because we stamped off. Some circles to cut it out. We're going to go with the 1 3/8 of an inch first. There we go. The kids have just come home, if you're wondering what that clattering was. And then a bit of scrap of Emerald Envy and the 1 1/2 inch circle punch. Punch that out. Let me just move these out of the way, get paranoid when I have open ink. Okay, and a dimensional on the back, which I did get out and seem to have put things on top of. It's always the end of my videos I get lost, isn't it? Because though it might look a little bit organised here, on the sides there's just stuff everywhere. Gonna pop that up like that, and then another 2 dimensionals on the back, and voila! Oh, it's alive. 2 very cute, very beautiful gift boxes that are using a Christmas stamp set, Christmas die set in a very un-Christmassy way, and I think they are just really, really pretty. I hope you liked it. I hope you liked the die set. As always, if I can help, do not hesitate to get in touch. If not, I will see you soon with some more projects. Bye bye!